This is a SsangYong Tivoli Ventura 1.2 petrol manual. This vehicle comes with a 7-year, 150,000 mile warranty, and service intervals on this are every 10,000 miles or a year, whatever comes first. You have 2 keys for the vehicle, got lock and unlock. You can push this bit, gets played out, push that in to put the play back. But you have got what we call intelligent key. So you have got a button on the passenger door. One on the driver's door as well, so I can keep keys in my pocket. I can push the button, it bleeps to say it's unlocked, push the button and it bleeps to say it's locked, so 2 flashes on the indicator to show that this car is now locked. I can also keep keys in my pocket. I can walk up to the back of the vehicle and I can literally push the button. It'll unlock the boot, but all the doors will remain closed. So this one here has got a Tournier cover. Underneath here is its inflation kit. So the Ventura comes with an inflation kit. At the moment the Ultimate Nav and the Ultimate come with a space saver kit, but please double check when you're buying one, because this could be changed in the future. You've also got the little camera there, I don't know if you can see that, and you've also got where the rear sensors show as well. So this is what I talk about when I'm handing over a vehicle, so I'm just going to go through that with you now. So we've done those bits there. I always try and show people the tyre pressure symbol, so if we hit the button to unlock the car, open up the driver's door, down here you have got, let's turn it so you can see it, all your tyre pressures. So basically you've got it in bar or you've got it in PS. So I always go by PS. So you're looking about 35 all the way around. It is probably the best, safest bet. So what we'll do, we'll start from here and we'll work our way across the car. Everyone's got their own electric windows, but you've got everyone's. You have got a button here that you can hit down. Stops people playing about their windows, but you still control everyone's. Obviously nearest to this door is this side of the car. You've also got a button that can lock the car up, so basically as we get in, say we're driving along, get up to about say 5 miles per hour or so, the car will lock itself up. So if anyone tries to grab the handle on the outside, they won't be able to get in, but I'll be able to get out from the inside. What we can do is we can hit this button and it'll unlock the car and it'll let people in. Same like if you're getting into a car and it's like, oh, it's not too safe where you are, you can actually hit this button and lock yourself in as soon as you get in the car. This one does your mirrors, so you turn it left or right to say which mirror you want, and then use it like a joystick to move the mirrors around. On the Ventura model, the wing mirrors do not fold in automatically. If they did, this button would move, but the mirror glass moves, but the mirror, the rest of it doesn't. So what else you got? We've got on here, on the Ventura, you've got adjustment of the lighting, so that basically makes the dials brighter or darker. The squiggly lines that says off is ESP, which is electronic stabling program. So it's got a little onboard computer that tells it how much pressure to put on each wheel when it goes around the corners. The next one along to that is downhill assist braking. So the idea of that is it will set a speed, say 2-3 miles per hour, and if you're going down a really steep hill, it'll actually control the braking for you and keep you below that speed. Very good, but personally I'd rather do it myself. You've got this button here which lights up when the engine's on, and that's basically for your heated steering wheel, so that makes the steering wheel nice and warm in the summer months. You've got this one here, which is your lane keep. So the idea of lane keep is that, say you're driving along down on the motorway, it reads the road markings in front of it, and it'll basically keep you in your lane. If you then try to veer out your lane slightly, it will then bleep at you and give you a little bit of resistance in the steering. You can turn it off, but you have to turn it off every time you get into the car by hitting that button. In the perfect world, brilliant idea, but we don't live in the perfect world. So say if I was driving down a lane and there's a bush hanging over and I wanted to move out the lane to get back into it, so I missed that bush, the car wouldn't know that, and the car would bleep at me and give me a bit of resistance in steering. So personally, I find it a little bit annoying, is the honest answer. But it's got a capability, you can do it as well if you wanted to. So basically what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you how to start the engine. I always tell my customers to put their foot on the clutch and the brake, and then basically push this button. That's how it start up your car, and now your car is now started. So that's your vehicle started. At the moment it's saying I've got the door open a little bit, so let's shut that properly. So that's now all shut. It shows me that I've got 141 miles worth of fuel before I need to put any more in. I can use this button here and it will change that little screen up there. So I can have like a digital speedo if I wanted to. I can turn the lane keep off and keep that on as well if I wanted to. I can actually show the radio station that I'm on, and then I've got settings, so I can go into the settings and move things around and change things if I wanted to. I do that by moving this button down here to move through those features. So I can do it like that if that makes sense. Yeah. So you can move all of these and go into them. You have got what we call cruise control in this vehicle. So I hit this button. It says auto cruise standby, so it's saying it's on. Basically get to the speedo to the speed you want it to go. So say imagine we're driving down the A2 and we're doing say 60 miles per hour. I can hit down, it will set it to that speed, it will maintain that speed for me. I can then go up and down to myself faster or slower if I wished. Or I can just carry on just driving along, minding my own business, say doing 60 miles per hour. Say if some plonker pulls out in front of me, I don't have to push buttons, I can just put my feet back on the pedals and I'll take full control of the vehicle again. Your horn is here underneath the SsangYong emblem, and on this side you've got some more controls. So you've got your volume controls for the radio, it also turns into your volume controls for your Bluetooth if you've got someone whilst you're talking to someone. This one here is for your Apple and Android CarPlay, which I'll show you in a second. And then you've got this one here to answer your phone calls and put your phone calls down. The mode button basically tells the car to go through your presets, and then I can hit it in, basically turn it so it can go to Bluetooth music or back to radio for me, so I can do that as well. We have got lights in this vehicle. We've got off auto, so basically it means it puts the auto lights on, so it does the side lights and main lights for me. Full beam now, I have to push forward to put it on constantly, pull back to flash. I've also got to do my side lights and my main lights myself. You can do your fog lights, which is this, your front fogs, rear fogs. But please be aware that sometimes if you've got your auto lights on and you're trying to do your fog lights, they won't necessarily work. You have to move your stalk, move your lights onto say side lights to be able to get the buttons come up for the auto for the fog lights. I'm going to put that back onto auto and that onto off. So there's your light side of it. Right, gear stick to reverse, pinch up to the top left. That puts the reverse camera on and puts you in reverse, so the car will tell you there you're an R for reverse. Obviously the camera comes straight on the screen for you straight away as well, so then you're in reverse. Imagine my hands a car. As we're going back further back, it'll take up more and more of the screen. If you aim for there, that will leave you enough room to open the tailgate up, put things on the floor next to you and everything like that. If you aim to the red line, yes, you'll be able to get the tailgate open. It might be a bit of a tight squeeze. Otherwise, you have got the bottom of your bumper here that you can actually park up really close to something if you wanted to. So we'll take that out of reverse. You have a 12 volt or old-fashioned cigarette lighter here. You have another 12 volt power outlet here you can plug into. You have your USB wire there. The A off is the stop start technology. Now the stop start will only turn you off if it believes it can start you. So if you don't drive your car often and you've always got the aircon on, you've always got the radio blaring and you're not doing a lot of miles, your car might never go into stop start won't function, because the car might go, I haven't got the energy to restart you, so I'm going to leave you running. We do get that quite a lot. But obviously the more you use the car, the better, because then that stop-start technology will kick in. But that will kick in, say if you come up to a junction or a roundabout, or mainly a junction really, say you come out of gear, the engine will then die down if it knows it can restart you, and then as soon as you put your foot down on the clutch and put it back into gear, the engine will come back to life. So it does that capability for you. It does feel like you stalled it at first, but it's quite cool once you get your head around it and you know what you're doing with it. It's pretty good. This one here, basically you can change the steering mode from sport to normal. I always have it in normal mode personally. It makes the steering light enough for me. The idea of sports mode is makes it a little bit tighter, so, and as soon as you turn it, it's a bit more responsive, but I'm quite comfortable with it in the comfort or in normal mode. You have got heated seats function on this vehicle. So that's burn ya, or third degree burn should we say, burn ya, lukewarm. And the passenger's got their own one as well. So this is all to do with the air conditioning. So the first one is your fan speed. Turn the AC on or off with that one. Circulate the air in the car or grab it from outside. I always circulate the air that's in the car. My theory is if it's grabbed it once to cool it down or warm it up, when it grabs it again, surely it doesn't have to work as hard. It's my theory, and it might not necessarily be correct. You've then got where you want the wind to go. So I normally have on like window and feet. If you do max AC, it does straight to your face and circulates here in the car, but like I say, I always do window and feet. And then this one here is actually the temperature, so you put it to where you want it to be. You've got a heat window, and you've got air that blows to the front screen as well, and then obviously you've got your hazard light in the middle, so which is pretty much the same in most cars, isn't it really? So you've got that function now. So let's have a look at this. This is the unit, the infotainment unit. If we hit on radio, we can do radio 2 or FM 1, FM 2, then you've got AM, and then you can go to DAB just by pushing this button. We're going to focus on DAB because DAB's easier, because let's face it, you don't have to remember frequencies with DAB. All you literally need to do is hit on this button here. It will list out all the radio stations it can find, all in alphabetical order, and all you do is find the radio station that you want. So say we want a bit of Jazz FM, hit Jazz FM, and then want to set it into one of my 12 presets, I just hold the button down till it peeps and it will store it in for me. So it does that for me as well. So that's how easy it is to pick a radio station and tune it in. And exactly the same, if you're on FM and AM, you basically use the button to find the frequency of the station that you want, then you hold it down on one of the presets and it sets it in for you. So that's nice and easy. Right, let's have a look at Bluetooth. So if I hit on phone, it's going to say to me that it's already connected to my phone, which is really helpful. So let's unconnect that and then do that to show you how to connect up again. So that's how you delete it off. So come on, get rid of me. I'll have to come back to that.